Mosqueda and yours truly, Salden Reyes. From the contractors, for the bidding conference, we have Braille Tumbaga from GDRG Construction and Supply Corporation and Engineer Gerardo Digamon Jr. from LGTD Company OPC. For the pre-bid, the participants for the pre-bid, we have Lou Anthony Carmilotes from Elite Connection, Iser C. Atibagos from Even Park Construction and Development Corporation, Kimberly D. Quintin from Pastec Computer Parts and Accessories, and we have also Engineer Walter Anthony Rosario from Adpil Corporation participated via Zoom. So we invited Sir the COA, the SCASB, the Rich Foundation, and the Butuan City Chamber of Commerce for goods, but none of them appeared today. That's all, sir.
So there being a quorum from the Bids and Awards Committee, so let us proceed with the bidding conference. So do we have the eligibility? Ah, wala pa. Ah, okay.
We have participants from the presenter sa pre-bid, no, and pre-procure and pre-bid. So the following are the presenter in the pre-bid conference. So the presenter in the pre-bid conference are as follows. Engineer Nerica Kinji Borgios and Engineer Michael Jude M. Alejandria, all from Planning and Design Division. That's all, sir.
Okay, okay, sir, thank you. So we have now here the eligibility results for contract ID number 24N00195 or construction of White Copra Whole Nut Building, Hagupit, Santiago, Agusan del Norte. We have two eligible bidders, namely JDRG Construction and Supplies Corporation and LGTD Company OPC under the name of LGTD Construction and Development. TWG kindly open the first envelope of the eligible bidders.
announcing the result of the technical evaluation for contract ID number 24N00195, construction of White Copra Walnut Building, Hagupit, Santiago, Agusan del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 26,327,700 pesos. We have only two participating bidders for this project. For GDRG Construction and Supplies Corporation, submitted bid security in a form of bid securing declaration. And so they are complying or sufficient. And for LGTD Company OPC, they failed for the reason that there is no attached list agreement of certification of availability of the list equipment from the lessor. That's all for the result of the technical evaluation for this project.
Thank you, ma'am. DWG, kindly open the second envelope of the complying bidder. Thank you.
announcing the result of the financial evaluation for contract ID number 24N00195, construction of White Copra Hall Nut Building, Hagupit, Santiago, Agusan del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 26,327,700 pesos. So we have only two participating bidders for this project. And for GDRG Construction and Supplies Corporation, in the total amount of bid of 26,307,592 pesos and 99 centavos. Passed. And for LGTD Company OPC, they failed for the reason that there is no attached list agreement of certificate of availability of the list equipment from the lessor. So the lowest bidder for this project, we have GDRG Construction and Supplies Corporation, in the total amount of bid of 26,307,592 pesos and 99 centavos. That's all for the financial result of this project.
Thank you, ma'am. So please take note that the bid of JDRG Construction and Supplies Corporation is still subject to bid evaluation and arithmetical corrections. Thank you. So for the second project with ID number 24N00199, DOH Health Facilities Enhancement Program, LGU Hospitals, Surigao del Norte Provincial Hospital, Surigao del Norte. So since nobody dropped for the said project, so I will declare a failure of bidding for this project. But do we have any questions or clarifications? So there is none. So it has been moved and seconded. I will now declare this bidding conference adjourned.
Morning.
Bidding, sir. Pero
Bidding, sir.
mag-Facebook na, sir.
Saan lang?
After.
Tapos na.
Okay. Hello. So let us now proceed with the pre-bid conference. For the following projects. First, with contract ID number 24GN00008, supply, delivery, and installation of firewall, various IT equipment, and structured network cabling with CCTV camera system requirements at the DPWH Regional Office 13, and Rowald, and EMD office at Tiniwisan, Butuan City. 24N00200, construction of riverbank protection at Magsaysay Bridge. First approach, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. 25N00155, Las Nieves Bridge along NRJ Agusan Balay Road, Barangay Ambacon, Barangay Malicato, NRJ Daang Maharlika, Phase 8, Agusan del Norte. 25N00156, Las Nieves Bridge along NRJ Agusan, Balay Road, Barangay Ambacon, Barangay Malicato to NRJ Daang Maharlika, Phase 9, Agusan del Norte. 25N00158, Esperanza Bridge along Bayugan, Esperanza Road, Phase 8. 25N00167, Mabuhay Bridge, B00852 MN, along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan Section. 25N00169, Santa Ana Bridge, B00838 MN, along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan Section. And lastly, 25N00184, Los Angeles Bridge, B01862 MN, along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan Section. So, our presenters ready na?
Sir, we still have reminders before the
Okay, ma'am. Please proceed with the reminders, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, for pre-bid reminders, first, please be guided also of the provisions of RA 9184 and its IAR as well as the GPPB issuances. Number two, the dropping of bid, only CWA registered representatives will be allowed. If not available, SPA will be recognized subject to the following conditions. First, the SPA should be emailed to the box secretariat using the PhilGEP's registered email of the company. This way, the company cannot claim for forgery or no knowledge of the submission. Another one, the original copy of the SPA should be submitted to the box secretariat together with a copy of company ID and any government issued ID with picture and signature. Lastly, we have there should be only one representative per company is allowed during the bidding period due to the limited space of the conference room. Additional participants can view the live coverage or through Zoom. For our third reminders, qualifications of the materials engineers should include the DPWH accreditation issued through a department order. Fourth, a deadline of submission is at 10 a.m. sharp. Fifth, notary should not be taken lightly. It can lead to criminal prosecution and blacklisting. Sixth, bidders are directed to use the, this is not applicable. So we have also house rules. When called, raise your hand to be recognized. Phones on silent mode. Call should be answered outside. And if there are any questions, clarifications, raise your hand to be recognized before raising any issue and also identify your company or firm. So that's all for our reminders and house rules, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, are we ready now for the presentation for our pre-bid conference? So, for the first project, you will now proceed.
Yes. Our presenter is Engineer Eldan Yoquinto.
Morning, everyone. So I'm going to present the project goods supply, delivery, and installation of various IT equipment and structured network cabling with CCTV camera requirements at the DPWH Regional Office 13, G. Rosales Avenue, Butuan City, and Rowald and AMD Office, Tiniwisan. First is for the technical specification. Item is network switch layer 3, 48 ports, data PoE switch configured and compatible with existing network infrastructure. Quantity is 5 units. So here are the specification indicated. And for the other requirements, must be an international brand and name with existence of at least 10 years in the Philippines. Unit model must be in current catalog and not end of life. Manufacturer certificate is required. For the components, all equipment must be brand new, factory installed, and must be compatible with existing equipment by the department. Upon inspection, the supplier shall install all additional modules or components of the equipment. And for the installation and configuration, the supplier shall be able to demonstrate physically or through standard utility package that all minimum requirements as specified on the above hardware and software specification are complied with and successfully configured and implemented. The supplier shall ensure that all network connectivity, links, application, and services are simulated and successfully tested. The department shall issue an installation and configuration certificate after the installation and configuration has been completed. And for the operational acceptance, a 5-day operational acceptance period shall commence upon the receipt of the installation and configuration certificate issued by the implementing office. The supplied software shall be observed and tested during this period. If any trouble problem occurred during the said period, the solution provider shall fix the problem and another operational acceptance period shall be given free of charge. The implementing office shall issue the operational acceptance certificate to the solution provider after successfully completing 5-day continuous operational acceptance testing and submitted all the required documentation media and for the warranty and technical support. And second item is Alcatel Lucent IP phone with licenses with the quantity of 10 units. So here are the required technical specification. The third item is UPS 2 kVA rack mounted internal battery rack lithium or gel type with a quantity of 9 units. Specification. And number 4, network cabling. The items are one set 22U data cabinet, 19 inches close type with doors and side panels. Next is 24 port category 6 patch panel, 5 units. 1 RU horizontal patch guide cable manager, 6 units. 4 rolls of category 6, 4 pair fold twisted pair data grade cable, 500 meters per roll. 100 pieces duplex shattered plates. Category 6 connector information outlet port, 95 pieces. Category 6 patch cord, 3 meters gray, 20 pieces. Category 6 patch cord, 3 meters orange. And 68 nodes for labor per node, copper for the installation and termination of nodes, including installation of wrapping ins, testing, and commissioning services. And 88 nodes, labor per node, copper for the dismantling, reinstallation, and re-termination of nodes, including installation of wrapping ins, testing, and commission services. And one set fiber optic toolkit, tracer with LC, EC, ST support, or connector adapter, power meter, and cleaver with accessories. 4 packs network cable tag, 100 pieces per pack. 1 set labeler with pre-10 labeler cartridge. 10 pieces labeler cartridge compatible to Dymo labeler 280. And 1 set cordless drill power tool with 2 battery pack lithium 16 volt, 2 AAH with charger and accessories. 2 pieces wireless speakerphone for conferencing, omnidirectional microphone, signal to noise ratio SNR, 70 dB, Bluetooth 3.0 connectivity, and battery with 15 hours talk time. 3 pieces C920 HD Pro webcam, Full HD 1080p, 30 FPS video calling, and clear audio. 3 pieces webcam compatible heavy duty stand, and 2 pieces smart temperature and humidity sensor hygrometer with power adapter. 3 rolls Velcro tie, 5 meter per roll, and 5 packs zip tie to 50 mm length and with 3.6 mm width. Black 100 pack, 100 pieces per pack. 600 meters PVC UPVC conduit 25 millimeter diameter. 600 meters PVC conduit 32 millimeter diameter. 300 meters PVC conduit 50 millimeter diameter. 100 pieces PVC elbow 25 millimeter. 50 pieces PVC elbow 32 millimeter diameter. 100 pieces PVC adapter 25 millimeter. 50 pieces PVC adapter 32 millimeter. 245 meters PVC molding 25 millimeter. 400 meters PVC molding 32 millimeter. 15 pieces all-purpose grab adhesive big 100 grams. And 109 pieces surface mount utility box. Uh, for the wiring and devices, here are the items. And additional CCTV camera, 5 units for MP Dome PoE camera with 32 GB storage card. And labor for the installation and termination of CCTV camera. And for the additional requirements, participating bidders will conduct pre-inspection to the node assignment and data cabinet locations. Number 2 is participating bidders will conduct proof of concept to test compatibility of existing equipment and connectivity to the DPWH network. CCTV camera should be compatible with existing NVR. Number 4 is all cables must have proper conduit and fittings. Number 5, all components of the structured network cabling are to be installed and terminated at the floor distributor. Number 6, after the project is completed, the newly installed communication network and other active equipment installed must be interoperability with the existing DPWH communication network. Number 7, all active equipment must be conform with the approved IMS specification. Number 8, all structured network cabling components must have a warranty of at least 15 years. And thank you.
Do we have any questions or clarifications from the presentation? So there is none. So there is none. So let us now proceed to the next project.
Good morning, everyone. I'll be presenting 7 civil works project under the bridge and other public works section. First project with contract ID 24N00200, construction of riverbank protection at Magsaysay Bridge, first approach, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte, with with appropriation 150 million, approved budget cost 144,750,000. Source of fund 2023 augmentation project. Contract duration 240 calendar days. Opening of bids November 4, 2004 and at 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthworks, bank and slope protection works, total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure with 293.475 linear meter at station 0 plus 277.025 to station 0 plus 570.5. Summary of quantities with its item number, description, unit of measures and quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers, Part B, other general requirements, Part LA, earthworks, Part LB, bank and slope protection works. Minimum equipment requirement with its description, capacity, and number of equipment. Breakdown of items for the facilities for the engineers and the other general requirements. Quarry site, item 104 at Bonbon Mountain, average hauling distance 11 kilometers from project site. Item 200 at Tagibo River, average hauling distance 12 kilometers from project site. Item 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabukan section with average hauling distance 31 kilometers from project site. For its location map, typical section of the slope protection works. Slope protection detail for the coping, tie beam, and deadman. Parapet wall detail. And the hot rolled Z-type sheet pile properties. That's all. Thank you. Any question po?
Any questions or clarifications? So there is none. You may now proceed to the next presentation.
Next project with project name Las Nieves Bridge along NRJ Agusan Malaybalay Road, Barangay Ambacon to Barangay Malikato to NRJ Daang Maharlika Phase 8 Agusan del Norte with project IDP 00910110MN, contract ID 25N00155, location Las Nieves Agusan del Norte, appropriation 40 million, approved budget cost 38,600,000, contract duration 150 calendar days, opening of bids November 4, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of concrete bridge with length of 548.7 meters or 5,662.584 square meters at station 0 plus 450.3 to station 0 plus 999. Structural steel girder grade 36 and grade 50 at span 1, girder 1 and 2. Summary of quantities with its item number, description, unit of measures and quantity for Part A, facilities for the engineers, Part B, other general requirements, Part F, bridge construction. Minimum equipment requirement with its equipment description, capacity, and number of equipment required. Breakdown for the facilities of the engineers and other general requirements. bridge site, general plan, general elevation, high dumping rubber bearing details, bracing details, lateral bracing details. That's all. Thank you. Any questions po?
So there is no questions or clarifications, so you may now proceed to the next presentation, ma'am. Thank you.
Next project with project name Las Nieves Bridge along NRJ Agusan Balay Road, Barangay Ambacon, Barangay Malicatu, NRJ Daang Maharlika, Phase 9, Agusan del Norte. Project ID P00910111MN, Contract ID 25N00156, location at Las Nieves, Agusan del Norte. Appropriation 40 million, ABC 38,600,000, contract ID 150 calendar days. Opening of bids November 4, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, structural steel girder grade 36 and grade 50 at span 1, girder 3 and 4. Move po. Ah. For the summary of quantities with its item number, description, unit of measures, and quantity for the facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, and bridge construction. Minimum equipment requirements with its equipment description, capacity, and number of equipment required. Breakdown for the facilities for the engineers and other general requirements. Bridge site, general plan, general elevation, high dumping rubber bearing details, bracing details, lateral bracing details. That's all. Thank you po. Any question?
So there is none. You will now proceed to the next presentation.
Next project with project name Esperanza Bridge along Bayugan Esperanza Road, Phase 8. Project ID P00909813MN with contract ID 25N00158, location Esperanza, Agusan del Sur. Appropriation 100. with appropriation of 155 million, approved budget cost of 149,575,000, contract duration 300 calendar days, opening of bids November 4, 2024 until 10 a.m. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of concrete bridge with length of 315.1 meters at station kilometer 1281 plus 829.4 to 1282, 144.4. Board pile and steel casing at Pier 90 to Pier 101. Structural concrete drop panel at Pier 90 to Pier 101. Summary of quantities with its item number, description of works, and unit of measures and quantity. For Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. And Part F, bridge construction. Minimum equipment requirement with its equipment description, capacity, and number of equipment required. Breakdown for the facilities for the engineers, other general requirements. Quarry site at item 311 and 405 at Ohot River with average hauling distance 8 kilometers from project site. General elevation, drop panel elevation, board pile detail. That's all po. Thank you. Any questions?
So there is no question, ma'am. So you will now proceed to the next presentation.
Next project with project name Mabuhay Bridge with bridge ID B00852MN along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan section. Project ID P009098883MN, contract ID of 25N00167, appropriation 20 million, approved budget cost 19,300,000, location Sison, Surigao del Norte, contract duration 120, opening of bids November 4th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, rehabilitation, major repair of bridge, installation of SP chain restrainer at girder 5, span 2, and girder 6, span 2. Carbon fiber sheet on girder 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10. Carbon fiber plate on girder 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. And Part F, bridge construction. For the breakdown of the facilities for the engineers and other general requirements. Minimum equipment requirement. Location map. General plan. And details of the SP chain restrainer rather. That's all. Thank you po. Any questions?
So there is no question, ma'am. We will now proceed to the next presentation.
Next project with project name Santa Ana Bridge with bridge ID B00838MN along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan section. Project ID P00909882MN, contract ID 25N00169, appropriation 10 million, approved budget cost of 9,650,000, location at Tubay, Agusan del Norte, contract duration 90 calendar days, opening of bids November 4, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthworks, surface courses, and bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, rehabilitation, major repair of bridge, replacement of expansion joint at abutment A and B, Pier 1, 2, 3, rehabilitation of Pier 1 footing. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthworks, Part E, surface courses, then Part F, bridge construction. Breakdown for the facilities for the engineers and other general requirements. Minimum equipment requirement, location map, general plan and general elevation of the Santa Ana Bridge. Detail of Pier 1, then expansion joint detail. Quarry site, Kabadbaran River, for the sand and gravel with average hauling distance of 17 kilometers from project site. That's all po. Thank you. Any questions?
So there is no question, ma'am. You may now proceed to the next presentation.
Last project with contract ID 25N00184, project name of Los Angeles Bridge with bridge ID B01862MN along Maharlika Highway, Surigao, Agusan section. Project ID P00909998MN, contract ID 25N00184, appropriation of 15 million, approved budget cost of 14,475,000. Contract duration 120 calendar days, opening of bids November 4, 2024, 10 a.m. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, and bridge construction, total of 100%. Scope of works, retrofitting, strengthening of bridge. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers, Part B, other general requirements, and Part F, bridge construction. Breakdown. Yes, po, ma'am. Breakdown for the other general requirements and minimum equipment requirement. Vicinity map of the project. General plan. Carbon fiber detail. And expansion joint detail. That's all po. Thank you. Questions po.
So thank you, ma'am. There is no question. So let us now proceed to the presentation of the technical and financial requirements.
Okay, for the technical requirements, or the technical component of the bid. First, PhilGF Certificate of Registration and Membership Platinum. Second, if not enrolled in CWA following Class A and B, documents not covered PhilGF certificate. Here are the following requirements: the PCAB license and registration, the statement of all ongoing government and private projects, the ACLCC, the NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities, and lastly, the joint GVA, if applicable. Letter B, if enrolled in CWA Class A and B, documents in CWA, if any, to be updated. Our third requirements, it's a bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. Here are the following acceptable forms: cash, cashier's check, manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank at 2% of ABC. Another one through a bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, if issued by the foreign bank, confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank at 2% of ABC. Another one, we have the surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security at 5% of ABC. And the most common one is the bid securing declaration. And for our fourth requirement, we have these project requirements, which shall include the following. Letter A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Letter B, list of contractors' key personnel. See clause 14.2A 3B BDS to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data. And letter C, the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units owned, list and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership, less purchase and certification of availability of equipment from lessor vendor for project duration. See clause 14.2A 3C BDS. And last requirement, it's an omnibus sworn statement and the form prescribed by GPPB resolution number 16-2020. Please take note that any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. And for the financial requirement or financial component of the bid, first, there should be a duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9, bidding forms. Another one, there should be a duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. There should be a duly signed detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Lastly, we have there should be a duly signed quarterly, monthly cash flow and payments schedule. Again, please take note that if there are any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above mentioned checklist, is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. That's all for the technical and financial requirements or financial component of the bid.
Thank you, ma'am. So do we have any questions or clarifications? How about online? So there is none.
Answer.
Okay. Yes, sir. You are recognized.
No, no question, sir.
None. Wala. Okay, sorry. So, may I hear the pleasure of the body since there is no questions or clarifications?
I move for the adjournment of the pre-bid conference, sir.
So it has been moved and seconded. I now declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank you and have a wonderful day. So okay. Okay, so let us now proceed with the pre-procurement